All right, so it is a nice cloudy morning here in Southern California. All my plants are doing really well. The tomatoes are really taking off. The pumpkins are doing good too, so let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the tomatoes. So as you can see, a lot of them are ripening all at once, which is really cool because a few weeks back I was just having one or two tomatoes ripen a week, which I didn't really like because I like to eat tomatoes a lot. So now that a ton of them are ripening at once, it really makes me happy. They look huge too. Some of them are so big. Then we have the greener, more unripe ones towards the top. I actually had to put in some stakes right here. I had to put these in because this little tomato trellis thing that I had bought wasn't really giving it the support it needed, so I just went to the store and got these two stakes. They were pretty cheap. They were only $3 or $4, and then I just tied it up with dental floss because that's what I have, so that's what I use, and it's really been giving it a lot more support so it's not leaning anymore. Check out this sage bush that really needs to be cut back. I should really harvest some of this sage because that bush is just huge. Alright, so now over here to the pumpkins. So I feel like what's made the biggest difference in my entire little gardening corner over here has been adding in a soaker hose. So about a week and a half ago, I went and I bought a soaker hose. I was tired of standing out here for 20 minutes a day watering this entire corner over here, so I decided to get a soaker hose. And I put that in around all my plants, and everything just really took off, especially those tomatoes after I put in the soaker hose. So as you can see, we've got, this is 4 pumpkin plants now. So I know that this one right here, if you guys remember, something happened. My dogs got into the pumpkin patch and that seed never sprouted. I don't know what happened to it. I was kind of sad about it. So I put in, I just stuck, I had more seeds in the bag, so I just stuck another seed down in there just to see what would happen. I didn't do the window technique or anything to get it to sprout. I just stuck the seed in there. And I didn't even put the soaker hose on it because I didn't think anything would happen. And then check this out. This little jack-o'-lantern pumpkin has begun to emerge. So I'm really happy now that I have 4 pumpkin plants. And this one here in the back is the one that's just really taken off. I don't know if it's normal for the beginning leaves, because right there is where the plant starts. I don't know if it's normal for them to look all weathered and eroded like that. So if you guys have any experience with that, let me know if that's normal or if something's wrong with it. But everything else about the plant, it's really nice. This one really took off. I do plan to have it go down to that side of the fence and then kind of sweep around. We'll see how long it gets. Hopefully not too long, because right there where that little white fence is, it's about as much room as it's gonna have. Oh, and since I made my last video about tying the male blossoms up, I just decided not to do it. I had tied the male blossom up on this plant. That's where I got my first male blossom, and it actually ended up shriveling up and dying, so I'm just not going to do that anymore. I'm going to let nature and the bees run its course and hopefully just naturally pollinate for me. Alright, so that's it. There is my garden update. I'm not even sure what week we're on at this point, but when I post this video, I'll calculate it based off the other video's dates, and I'll be sure to put that in the title so if you guys are watching along and watching my pumpkins grow, you can see how they're doing. Alright, thank you for watching.